Okay, it looks like we have eventually managed to get the technology to work again once again. Had to unplug the actual internet cable from the wall outside in the cupboard, and that seemed to have solved the problem after having 4 reboots and multiple attempts to try and solve the problem. So if you are joining us, I know probably we've kind of nearly an hour behind when we scheduled, so I don't expect anyone's going to be covering and joining us. But if you are joining us, welcome. And if you see this later on, you missed fun. An hour kind of trying to get the internet working. But anyway, let's get started. So what do we have in lineup for tonight? Let me just kind of close a couple of these windows. 1 second, and just going to move that one out of the way, up into the window, and just bring out my main entry there, and gonna run that over here. Okay, actually wrong one. Let me go and grab the other one. Let's do the full screen one. So if you are with us, good to join us. Actually, hello. And I don't know if you heard from earlier, but we did do the prize draw at 8:50. And I have the results, and we have a winner. And I'm probably going to completely kill the name, so do apologize with my pronunciation. But is it Carrier Ingover? If you're here, which I think you might be, you are our third and final winner for this prize draw for the DA-100 training seat. So we had Samuel on day 1, we had Tom yesterday, and we have Carrier, if I've said that correctly, today. If you weren't one of those 3 and you were hoping for that prize ticket to get a seat, what we're going to be able to do is offer you a 50% discount off the already kind of 1/3 the price of the mainstream costing anyway. So normally it's about $2,450 for most of the mainstream training providers. If you go and look around, you'll see the DA-100. You just look around, kind of all the major ones are priced up around about the same. We are doing ours normally for $895, which is about 1/3 of the price. And we're going to give you a 50% discount on top of that. And the code, and I'll put it in the description below, the code will be the word TRAIN. TRIAN. Let's say that TRAIN. I think I must have said that backwards there a second. It's one of those days. We've had all this high temperature issues, and I think kind of it's gone to my brain a little bit. So if you wanted to join us for next week or for the October one as well, so the 50% discount will work for either of those. I'm going to put the list in the description below of the location where you can sign up, and it will be around about £450 for the 4 days. But that's like nearly £2,000 off the mainstream price. So we're kind of giving you as best a price as we can. For those who want, congratulations, and emails will be winging your way out with all the instructions on how to log in, and we will send you email invites to join the training. So that's that. We're going to look at a new exam that recently has come out. So there's some new certifications that have been recently kind of put out by Microsoft, and these role-based certifications, let me go to actually the certification track here. So I'm going to go to the DP-900, which is the data fundamentals, Azure data fundamentals. Now, the reason why I'm picking this one up is, one, it's kind of the exams that currently is in beta. Sorry, it was in beta, it's just come out, but it's kind of one of the new ones, and it's the Azure Data Engineer Associate and the Database Administrator Associate and the Azure Data Fundamentals. They're all kind of role-based certifications, and this one is all about kind of Azure data. So it plays very well into the Power BI as a data source. So we wanted to kind of showcase this. Now, it's also about 2/3 of the price of the normal exam, so it's £69 UK instead of 113. You can obviously go and find out your pricing for your local region as well. But it's about 2/3, and it's a shorter exam. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look at the requirements here. So we can see the skills being measured Wrong one. And I just remembered I've restarted the machine, so I just need to go and restart my zoomy tool. Kind of zoom it tool. Let me just go and restart that. So we kind of have a bit of a zoom capability here. Okay. And then zoom in. Excellent. Okay. A little bit too much. There we go. So we've got 4 functional groups, categories, however you want to kind of measure it. And I am going to warn about the bit rate. So I think hopefully we should be stable enough. But this one is looking at the core data concepts, relational and relational and non-relational data bases on Azure. So we've got SQL Server and we've got Cosmos DB. And we've got analytics workloads, and that's usually done by kind of what used to be known as kind of a Azure data warehouse, but it's now Synapse Analytics. But essentially, it's a kind of big data store, throw big data at it, and we've got other data sets as well. So we're going to look at the skills outline. Just going to jump into that one for a second. I'm just going to zoom that a little bit larger for you. So again, we've got the breakdown of the functional groups. What's inside that? So describe core data workloads, analytics. So we got obviously things like Power BI being referenced here, as well as things like Databricks and Azure Data Factory. And if these are all new to you, don't worry, we will be doing specific kind of videos around these technologies. I'm going to do the DP-900 the same as I'm doing the DA-100. I'm going to go and work out how many videos we need, when we're going to start those and get those into the mix as well. We also have been working on our, let's kind of just grab this one sec. Where was the wrong folder? This one here. And so I've got some of the content I started for the DA-100. I've started kind of putting that together. This is some of the kind of entry slides to get us going. We'll be building that content. I should have been in the studio this week doing that. It's been extremely warm in the UK. So if you're around the UK, you know what I'm talking about. It made it unbearable in the studio. I mean, 20 minutes and you were like cooking. So it was about 36 without any of the lights on, because it's like a very small 7-foot square space where all the computer gear and lots of other stuff. And it's been unbearably hot. So I haven't really done any video recording this week, purely because I've like came in and gone, nope, not going to do it in there. I would have just like been drenched in sweat. And that was out without turning any lights on, which would have added a few more degrees. So now we kind of hopefully passed the heat wave a little bit. I can get back to recording these, and they will be kind of caught up this month. I've started with a bit of some visuals of today and mapped out what we're going to do. So there will be catch up on that. And we're also going to be covering how this interrelates with other courses like the DP-900 and other Microsoft Learn resources that we can go and look at to understand, some core concepts and how that relates to maybe Power BI in terms of having that data held in Azure and being able to bring that data into Azure or from Azure into Power BI through the get data transformations, joining it with other data sets maybe that are on premises or websites or CSV files, the 10 billion different Excel files you have, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to put some materials together. Now, because obviously the technical issues tonight, I'm going to keep this really, really short. But essentially, I just want to say that we will be covering the Azure Data Fundamentals exam in the next few weeks. We're kind of going to get started with that. And if we go back to the DA-100. Sorry, my mistake. Let's go back up there. Roles, data analyst. There we go. Okay. So we go to the kind of get certification, and this is kind of where we will start with that. So this is the online free materials. This will be the instructor-led course. If you want to go and take that course, it's a 4-day instructor-led course. We kind of want some people to maybe have a little bit of experience with Power BI, but it's not a guarantee that you need to have lots of experience with Power BI. But if you kind of coming straight from no experience, no expertise with Power BI at all, no exposure, then we will give you the kind of recommendation to go to aka.ms/DIAD. and this is dashboard in the day, and you can come down and fill in all the details for it. So we also have documents on here. Let me just go grab the dashboard in the day entries. Let's go and grab it from that folder there, A4. And let me just open up my PDF. So what we'd have is 5 different labs. Just going to open those up very quickly. And hopefully they're all, that's kind of, don't want that, get rid of that. So I don't know why that didn't open the other one up. Okay. It's weird. I'm clicking on it, it's not opening. So let me kind of drag it in there, maybe. Okay. It's one of those days, nothing wants to do exactly what you want it to do. So we've got the ability to kind of go through all the different 5 labs. That one will help you. So it looks like it's finally got its act in order to kind of get us into where we want to be. Let's kind of move that around. So lab 3, lab 4, 5, these are all taking you through entry level, kind of getting started with Power BI. So could kind of worth checking out anyway. If you kind of, even if you've been working with Power BI, you kind of maybe find something you've not come across before, an area you've not spent any time with. So have a look at those, and they're free to download. And I've got the links in the description for the dashboard in the day course. Go to that, download it, walk your way through the materials. So that's a great kind of starting point for people. And then you can move on to some of the Microsoft Learn materials. So let's kind of close a few of these out. Close the tab, yeah, and close all of those. Close all tabs. There we go. Come back to here, and we've got the online free Microsoft Learning Path data analytics. Now I will say there was some new stuff coming out today from Microsoft in terms of the Microsoft Learn and kind of fundamentals and that kind of stuff. So I watched a few videos around that today. I will be able to relay some of that information once I've had a bit of time to go and investigate a little bit or what's there, and then start putting that together. So we will have that. If you were coming to us tonight for the prize draw, if you didn't catch it earlier, we have a winner already. It's Korea Ingver. So we've got Korea, we've got, and I probably mispronounced it completely. We've got Tom and we've got Samuel. So days 1, 2, and 3. If you weren't able to win successfully on the prize draw, we've got a 50% discount code called TRAIN, which you can put into the, I'll bring up the website one sec. I did close it out earlier because I had it. So let's have a look. Here we go. And I'll give you the link into hear this in a second. So essentially, if you want to go and take a ticket, and next what you can put is the promo code in. You put in the promo code of TRAIN, and that will half the price of that ticket for you. So down to £447.50 of the pennies. Fill in your details, click next, go through and fill all your kind of details in, and then when you click next, you'll get to the payment and make that payment, and we will see you next week. If you don't attend next week's 17th to the 20th course delivery, you can come into the October one, which is the 19th to the 22nd. So 17th to the 20th August and 19th to the 22nd in October. I'll make some more details about that later on as well. Just to let you know also, we had quite a kind of big jump up in our YouTube kind of stats recently. So we have hit over 500 YouTube subscribers now. And we've done, I think, kind of a few, I think kind of about 400 hours. So these are a little bit a day or so behind, but there's about 400 hours rather, I should say, watched in, and most of those in the last week. So looks like the material is kind of going down a storm. We had a big shout out from our friends in Guy in the Cube. So Adam Patrick kindly kind of told us about our playlist that we have for the Power BI. And we're going to be doing, say, all those episodes that we have been promising you through, apart from the tech issues and the weather. I've got to start on it today. I will have those back up and up to date probably within next week or so. I've got the DA-100 to deliver next week, so I'm going to do the best I can to get some video recordings in as well over this weekend. The following weekend is my birthday weekend, so no videos that weekend that I will be doing. I'll probably be recovering from a big night out, maybe with some friends and family. But that's going to be about it for tonight. I'd say I'll make it nice and short because I know we have some bandwidth issues still. I'm not sure what that is because I've got really good internet. So I should have, if I do fast.com, I should have a couple of hundred normally and about 400 or so megabits. So that's really good. But for some reason, I'm still getting some warnings about upload. And I should have nearly 900 upload speed. But at the moment, it's getting there, but it's about half of what it normally is. So we've had some issues. I don't know why that's been the problem, but I will get to the bottom of that, solve that for you. So tomorrow, we're back at 8:30. We're doing day number 14, and we will show you what we have to show there tomorrow. So thank you for joining us. Apologies for the very late delivery, but we got out here, we got it delivered, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.